الصف التاسع الأساسي، كتاب اللغة الانكليزية، الوحدة التعليمية السادسة. تقدمت مبادرة ضوء بصوت عبد الرحمن حاكمي. الدرس رقم 12 بعنوان Wishes and Regrets. يغطي هذا التسجيل من الصفحة 88 حتى الصفحة 94 من كتاب الطلاب، ومن الصفحة 68 حتى الصفحة 71 من كتاب الأنشطة. نبدأ الآن بكتاب الطلاب صفحة 88. النص الأول بعنوان This week we ask What would you do in these situations؟ هالنص رح يعرض لنا سيناريو معين، وبعدها رح نسمع آراء ناس مختلفة إنه شو كانوا ساووا لو هن انحطوا بهالموقف أو السيناريو نفسه. Scenario number 1. When I was going to school, I saw some smoke coming from a house. It was coming from a window on the ground floor. I thought someone had burnt some toast, so I didn't do anything. Jack. فبتقول ناتاشا شو كانت ساوت لو هي كانت بهالموقف. If I were in that situation now, I would knock on the door and tell the people inside. وبيبدأ رأيه إريك وبيقول If I saw smoke coming from a house, I would phone home and ask for advice. أما تشارلي بيقول If that happened to me, I would call the fire brigade on my mobile. Scenario number 2. My younger brother isn't doing very well at school. On Monday evening, he was meant to be doing his project, but when I went into his room, he was playing computer games. He didn't finish his project on time and got a really low mark. I didn't know what to do. Ryan. Scenario number 3. I had a mathematics exam at school last week. I was really nervous, and the night before the exam, I couldn't sleep. I don't think I slept at all the whole night. So when I took the exam the next day, I didn't do very well. I was too tired. Neda. Scenario number 4. I went on holiday to the beach with my family. I went swimming in the sea. I'm not a very good swimmer, but I swam out too far. I felt tired, so I climbed onto a rock. I waited until I felt better. Then I swam back to the shore. I didn't tell anyone that I had been worried. Steve. انتهى النص. ننتقل هلأ لتمارين النص الأول صفحة 89. Exercise number 3. Over to you. Work in pairs. Read situation number 1 again and discuss which person you agree with, Natasha, Eric, or Charlie. Exercise number 4. Read situation number 2 and match the beginnings and endings of the sentence. Sentence number 1. If your brother played computer games less often. Sentence number 2. If I had a project to complete. Sentence number 3. If I saw my brother playing computer games. رح نوصلهم مع Sentence A. I wouldn't play computer games. Sentence B. I would suggest that he studied instead. Sentence C. He would do better in his school studies. The answer is 1 with C, 2 with A, and 3 with B. Exercise number 5. Copy and complete these sentences. المطلوب بهالتمرين إنه نصرف الفعل اللي بعد الفراغ أو البلانك بالصيغة المناسبة. Sentence number 1. If Steve didn't speak Arabic, he blank, the verb apply, for jobs in the Middle East. The answer is would have applied. Sentence number 2. Their blank, the verb is be, fewer car accidents if people drove slower. And the answer is wouldn't have been. Sentence number 3. If I studied harder, I blank, the verb is get, better marks in my exam. The answer is I would have gotten. Sentence number 4. If I blank, the verb be, taller, I would play basketball in my school team. And the answer is were. Sentence number 5. If my brother ate more fruit and vegetables, he blank, the verb be, healthier. And the answer is he would have been. Exercise number 6. Work in pairs and discuss situation number 3 and 4. Say what you would and wouldn't do. وهيك بتكون انتهت تمارين النص الأول. مننتقل للنص الثاني من الدرس 12 بعنوان regrets. رح يعرض لنا هذا النص آراء بعض الناس وأهم الشغلات يلي ندمانين عليها باستخدام الصيغة I wish. sentence number 1. I wish I did more sport. Sentence number 2. I wish I learned to drive. Sentence number 3. I wish I wrote a novel. Sentence number 4. I wish I didn't give up playing the piano. Sentence number 5. I wish I studied more at school. Sentence number 6. I wish I watched my mother cooking in the kitchen. Sentence number 7. I wish I learned to swim. Sentence number 8. I wish I stayed in contact with my school friends. Sentence number 9. I wish I read more poetry. Sentence number 10. I wish I played football for my national team. انتهى النص الثاني. ننتقل لتمارين النص الثاني صفحة 91. Exercise number 1 and 2. رح ندمج التمرينين الأول والثاني سوا. المطلوب مننا بهالتمرينين إنه في عنا 10 صور من A to G. رح نتخيل كل صورة سوا وبعدها رح نقول شو كان هالشخص أو مجموعة الأشخاص بالصورة عما يعملوا باللغة الإنكليزية، وبعدها رح نربط كل صورة أو موقف بوحدة من الجمل 10 اللي ذكرناها قبل شوي اللي بتعبر عن الندم باستخدام قاعدة I wish. كمثال بالصورة A حاطيننا شخص عما يتعلم سواقة السيارة، فمنقول بالإنجليزي Someone is learning to drive a car. بس هو عشو ندمان وشو بيتمنى؟ فالجملة المناسبة بهالصورة هي sentence number 2. I wish I learned to drive. Picture B. في عنا صورة بنت عم تحكي مع صديقتها على التليفون، فمنقول Someone is talking to a friend. I wish. والجملة المناسبة من الجمل 10 السابقة هي sentence number 8. I wish I stayed in contact with my school friends. Picture C. في عنا شخص عم يقرأ مجموعة من القصائد، فمنقول Someone is reading a book of poems. والجملة المناسبة إلى I wish I read more poetry. Sentence D. في عنا شخص عما يحلم إنه يلعب للمنتخب السوري لكرة القدم، فمنقول Someone is thinking about playing football for Syria. وهو ندمان على إنه Sentence number 10. I wish I played football for my national team. كان بتمنى لو لعبان كرة مع المنتخب السوري. Picture E. في عنا بنت عم تشوف أمها وهي عم تطبخ، فمنقول Someone is watching a woman cooking. والجملة الأنسب إلها هي number 6. I wish I watched my mother cooking in the kitchen. Picture F فيها شخص عم يفكر إنه يا ريت تعلم السباحة، فمنقول Someone is thinking about learning to swim. والجملة الأنسب إلها هي number 7. I wish I learned to swim. Picture G فيها شخص عم يكتب رواية، فمنقول Someone is writing a novel. والجملة الأنسب إلها هي sentence number 3. I wish I wrote a novel. Picture H في عنا صورة بنت عم تدرس، فمنقول Someone is studying. والجملة الأنسب إلها هي sentence number 5. I wish I studied more at school. Picture I في عنا مجموعة من الناس عم يعملوا رياضة، فمنقول People are doing sport. والجملة المناسبة معها هي number 1. I wish I did more sport. Picture G في عنا صورة بنت عم تعزف على البيانو، فمنقول Someone is playing the piano. والجملة الأنسب إلها هي number 4. I wish I didn't give up playing the piano. Exercise number 3. Match these explanations with the regrets. بهالتمرين رح نعرض 10 مواقف ونحاول نطابق كل موقف مع الجملة المناسبة اللي بتعبر عن الندم من النص السابق. Sentence A. I don't have good grades to go to the university. The answer is sentence number 5. I wish I studied more at school. Sentence B. I'm not very fit to go up the stairs. The answer is sentence number 1. I wish I did more sport. Sentence C. I don't have much time to read, and when you can remember lines of verse, your mind is always full of ideas and beauty. The answer is number 9. I wish I read more poetry. Sentence D. I find it difficult now, and I get very nervous on motorways. And the answer is number 2. I wish I learned to drive. Sentence E. I often wonder what they are all doing now and how they are. And the answer is number 8. I wish I stayed in contact with my school friends. Sentence F. I can't remember how to make the lovely things she cooks. The answer is sentence number 6. I wish I watched my mother cooking in the kitchen. Sentence G. I always had lots of ideas, but I don't have the discipline. The answer is sentence number 3. I wish I wrote a novel. Sentence H. This is my dream, but I am not quite good enough. The answer is sentence number 10. I wish I played football for my national team. Sentence I. I still love classical music, but it's a pity I can't play it. The answer is number 4. I wish I didn't give up playing the piano. Sentence J. When I go to the beach, I can only walk in the water. The answer is sentence number 7. I wish I learned to swim. Exercise number 4. Choose the correct answer. After I wish, we use A. The present, B. The present perfect, or C. The past. The answer is C. The past. Exercise number 5. Copy and complete these sentences. Use positive or negative forms of the verbs. بهالتمرين في عنا 4 صور. بكل صورة بدنا نستخدم قاعدة التمني باستخدامها مع الفعل المناسب. بالصورة الأولى بدنا نعبر عن كأنه عم نقول يا ريتني جايب الشمسية معي باستخدام الفعل bring. فمنقول the answer is I wish I had brought my umbrella. بالصورة الثانية في عنا صورة بنت موقعة الفازة وكاسرتها، باستخدام الفعل touch منقول I wish I hadn't touched it. بالصورة الثالثة في عنا شخص مضيع مفاتيحه، فباستخدام الفعل remember منقول I wish I had remembered my key. بالصورة الرابعة في عنا صورة بنت نسيت الجاتو بقلب الفرن واحترق، فبتقول باستخدام الفعل forget I wish I hadn't forgotten the time. Exercise number 6. Expressing regret. Make a note of any regrets you have, then tell your partner. وهيك بتكون انتهت تمارين النص الثاني. مننتقل لصفحة 92 يلي بتحكي بشكل عام عن الفريندشيب أو الصداقة. Exercise number 1. Answer these questions. What makes a friend? What sort of things do you do with your friends? How do you tell the difference between true friends and false friends? What is the difference between popularity and friendship? Exercise number 2. Decide one of the 5 most important qualities in a friend. Loyal, honest, fun to be with, cheerful, caring, easy to talk to, a good listener, trustworthy, respects you, has your interests, does activities with you, clever. Exercise number 3. Choose the best word in italics for each tip. في عنا 8 نصائح عن how to be a good friend. Tips on being a friend. فالمطلوب مننا انه نختار الكلمة الأنسب بين كلمتين. Sentence number 1. Treat your friends the way you would like to be treated or known. The answer is treated. Sentence number 2. Keep ideas or secrets that your friends tell you. And the answer is secrets. Sentence number 3. Pay attention or money if your friend is telling you things. And the answer is attention. Sentence number 4. Keep your promises or presents. And the answer is promises. Sentence number 5. Lose or share your things with your friend. And the answer is share. Sentence number 6. Defend or leave your friend if he or she is in trouble. And the answer is defend. Sentence number 7. See your friend sometimes or regularly and do things together. And the answer is regularly. Sentence number 8. Apologize if you have an appointment or argument. The answer is argument. Exercise number 4. Read and complete these quotes using the words in the box. The words are bad times, behind me, best in me, in distance, knows us, only way, really friends, private. Sentence number 1. Don't walk in front of me. I may not follow. Don't walk blank. I may not lead. Walk beside me and be my friend. The answer is behind me. Sentence number 2. Misfortune shows you those who are not blank, and the answer is really friends. Sentence number 3. My friend is the one who tells me my faults in blank, and the answer is private. Friendship is what gets you through the blank and helps you enjoy the good times, and the answer is bad times. The blank to have a friend is to be one, and the answer is only way. A true friend is one that blank but loves you anyway. The answer is knows us. Sentence number 7. My best friend is the one who brings out the blank. The answer is best in me. Sentence number 8. True friends are never apart. Maybe blank, but not in the heart. The answer is in distance. Which quote do you like the best? Exercise number 5 and 6 هن تمارين سماعية. Exercise number 7. Write a description of a friend of yours. Include looks, personality, things you do together, and why you like each other. وهيك بكون خلص الدرس رقم 12 وخلصت معه الوحدة السادسة. ننتقل هلأ لكتاب الأكتيفيتي بوك الدرس رقم 12 صفحة 68. بيبلش الدرس رقم 12 بكتاب الأكتيفيتي بوك بصندوق هيلب بوكس بيشرح لنا فيه استخدام الإف كصيغة للتعبير عن مواقف تخيلية بالحاضر والمستقبل. فبتقول القاعدة We use if بعد past simple مع would أو wouldn't بعد infinitive to talk about imagined situations in the present and future. For example, if I studied harder in school, I would get better exam results. If he ate more fruit and vegetables, he wouldn't be so unhealthy. ملاحظة: فينا نعكس ترتيب الجملة بحيث نبلش بجملة would أو wouldn't وبعدها جملة past simple. For example, فينا نقول If I had more free time, I would start learning the guitar. وكمان فينا نقول I would start learning the guitar if I had more free time. We usually put a comma after if part on the sentence. ملاحظة كمان إنه فينا نحقق التعبير السابق باستخدام صيغة تاني. فبتقول القاعدة We also use if it were me مع would أو wouldn't بعد infinitive to talk about what we would do in an imagined situation. For example, if it were me, I would ask the teacher to repeat the question. منروح هلأ للإكسرسايز number 1. What would happen if these situations were different? Complete the sentences. Sentence number 1. Our football team doesn't practice very often. We usually lose our matches. The answer is, if we practiced more often, we would win more matches. Sentence number 2. Sally doesn't study very hard. She often fails her tests. If she blank harder, she blank her tests. The answer is, if she studied harder, she wouldn't fail her tests. Sentence number 3. I'm not very flexible, so I don't do gymnastics. If I blank more flexible, I blank gymnastics. The answer is, if I were more flexible, I would do gymnastics. Sentence number 4. I really want to buy a new tennis racket, but I don't have enough money. If I blank enough money, I blank a new tennis racket. The answer is, if I had enough money, I would buy a new tennis racket. Exercise number 2. Read the situation, then complete the paragraph. Write what would happen to Harry if things were different. Harry wants to become a famous footballer, but he doesn't have enough time to train. He goes to bed very late, so he doesn't get enough sleep. He also gets up very late, so he never has time for breakfast. Because he is tired and hungry in the morning, he can't concentrate very well in class, and he doesn't understand what the teacher is saying. He often fails his tests because he doesn't work hard enough, so his teachers give him extra homework. Because he spends most evenings studying, he has no time to practice his football skills. Harry is unhappy because he can't follow his dream. هلأ رح نعيد كتابة النص لو الأمور كانت مختلفة بالنسبة لهاري. If Harry blank to bed earlier, he blank enough sleep. The answer is, if Harry went to bed earlier, he would get enough sleep. If he blank earlier, he blank enough time to eat breakfast. The answer is, if he got up earlier, he would have enough time to eat breakfast. If he blank a healthy breakfast, he blank concentrate in the class. The answer is, if he ate a healthy breakfast, he would concentrate in class. If he blank harder in class, he blank his tests and his teachers blank him extra homework. The answer is, if he concentrated harder in class, he wouldn't fail his tests and his teachers wouldn't give him extra homework. If he blank less time doing homework in the evenings, he blank more time to train and follow his dream. The answer is, if he spent less time doing homework in the evenings, he would have more time to train and follow his dream. Exercise number 3. Over to you. What would you do in this situation? Jenny is worried because her sister isn't studying hard enough. She spends a lot of time reading magazines and playing on the computer. Her exam results are not very good. Jenny's parents do not know that her sister is falling behind at school. Jenny says nothing to her sisters or her parents. فلو كنت محل جيني شو بتقوله؟ If it were me, I would blank. ننتقل للصفحة 69 يلي بتبلش بصندوق help box صغير. بعلمنا هالصندوق كيف ممكن نعبر عن تمنينا إنه شيء ما يكون مختلف. فبتقول القاعدة We use I wish زائد simple past to talk about situations that you wish are different. For example, I wish I studied more languages. Exercise number 4. Write what these people are thinking. بهالتمرين في عنا أكتر من حالة. بكل حالة نتمنى إنه شيء ما يكون مختلف. فبالحالة الأولى في عنا شخص ضايع، فباستخدام bring a map بدي أعبر إنه يا ريت هالشي يكون مختلف. فشو بيقول؟ I wish I had a map. يا ريت لو معي خريطة. بالحالة الثانية في عنا صورة بنت ما عم تقدر تقرأ إنجليزي، فباستخدام understand English فينا نقول I wish I had understood English. بالحالة الثالثة في عنا شخص علقان بعجقة سير، فباستخدام stay at home بيقول الشخص I wish I had stayed at home. بالحالة الرابعة في عنا صورة بنت راحت ولقت البوك شوب مسكر، فباستخدام الفعل phone بتقول I wish I had phoned the bookshop. بالحالة الأخيرة في عنا شخص نسيان رقم رفيقه عمر، فباستخدام الفعل not forget بيقول I wish I hadn't forgotten Omar's number. Exercise number 5. Write what you would think in these situations. Sentence number 1. I don't have my umbrella. It's raining. I wish blank. The answer is I wish I had my umbrella. Sentence number 2. I don't have my jacket and I have lost my old one. I wish blank. The answer is I wish I had bought a new jacket. Sentence number 3. I can't see the step. I always fall over. I wish blank. The answer is I wish I had seen the step. Sentence number 4. I eat too many sweet cakes every day. I don't feel well. I wish blank. The answer is I wish I hadn't eaten too many sweet cakes. Sentence number 5. I often forget to save my work on the computer. I have to start all over again. I wish blank. The answer is I wish I had saved my work on the computer. ننتقل للصفحة 70. بالصفحة 70 في عنا نص بعنوان What makes a true friend? I think a true friend is someone who is always there for you. Someone who understands how you are feeling without even having to ask. I met my best friend Lynette when we were both at primary school. Even though we were only children, we knew immediately that we would stay friends forever. She is the only one I tell all my secrets to. I know I can trust her, and I value her opinion on things that are important to me. She doesn't always see things the same way as I do, but that's a good thing. She helps me to look at problems from a different point of view, and that often helps me to find solutions. Katie, Chicago, USA. I agree with you, Katie, but to me, a true friend is not only someone who is sympathetic. Of course, that is essential. What I love best about my best friend is he makes me laugh. We share the same sense of humor. That's what keeps us friends. Even though we argue sometimes, we always end up laughing about it. Daniel, Edinburgh, UK. I think a true friend is someone who forgives you. My best friend and I had a huge argument about something once, and we didn't speak to each other for ages. But when we met up recently, it was as though nothing had ever happened. We both decided to forget about it. Nick, Melbourne, Australia. My best friend is someone I don't even see anymore. She emigrated years ago. Our lives are completely different. We don't share the same culture anymore. We don't have the same interests or friends or ambitions, but we are still very close. It sounds impossible, but what we have is true friendship. ماجدة, Damascus, Syria. انتهى النص. ننتقل للإكسرسايز نمبر 1. Read the web page. Write the correct name. فهلأ بدنا نقول مين صاحب هالموقف أو هالرأي تجاه كيف بيكون الشخص best friend. Sentence number 1. Met his or her best friend a long time ago. The answer is Katie. Sentence number 2. Isn't at all similar to his or her best friend? The answer is ماجدة. Sentence number 3. Believes that a true friend can forgive. The answer is Nick. Sentence number 4. Likes to have fun with her or his best friend. The answer is Daniel. Sentence number 5. Can tell his or her best friend everything. The answer is Katie. Sentence number 6. Blank and blank believe friends can be different. The answer is Katie and Majida. Exercise number 2. Look at the words and phrases in bold in the texts. Which ones mean? في عنا كلمات بالنص رح نذكرن هلأ ونشوف أو نختار المعنى المناسب إلون من ال sentences from 1 to 9. الكلمات هني there for you, value, different point of view, sympathetic, sense of humor, forgives, argument, ages, completely different. فأول شيء في عنا يلي بيقابل a long time. The answer is ages. Number 2. A serious disagreement. The answer is argument. Number 3. Another possible way. The answer is a different point of view. 4. Available to help you. The answer is there for you. Number 5. Idea of what is funny. The answer is sense of humor. Number 6. Someone who is willing to forget about problems he had with his friends. The answer is forgives. 7. Not similar in any way. The answer is completely different. Number 8. Sensitive and understanding when you are unhappy. The answer is sympathetic. Number 9. Take seriously. The answer is value. Exercise number 3. Over to you. What do you think makes a true friend? How many of the points in the text above do you agree with? How did you meet your best friend? هلأ بالصفحة 71 في عنا help box عن writing a description. فالhelp box بيقول when you write a description, make notes for the following topics. Appearance. What does the person look like? Character. What is the person like? Relationship. What is your relationship with this person? Personal memories. Mention 1 or 2 examples of why you have a special relationship. Conclusion. Summarize your relationship with this person. Read Fatima's description. Write the correct paragraph number text to each topic in the help box. فهلأ رح نقرأ 4 مقاطع ونشوف كل مقطع تابع لأي خطوة من خطوات writing a description يلي حكيناها بالhelp box. Number 1. I have a very good friend called Huda. She has beautiful silver hair and big brown eyes and a lovely smile. When she laughs, which she does often, her whole face lights up. المقطع رقم أول بيتناسب مع فقرة appearance writing a description. Number 2. She is very different from me in many ways, but in many ways we are very alike. Even though there's a difference of nearly 40 years in our ages, that's because she is 54 and she is a grandmother. Huda is my best friend's grandmother. فعنا المقطع الثاني بيتناسب مع character writing a description. Number 3. She is the kindest person I have ever met. She tries to see the good things in everyone and in every situation. I wish I was able to do that more often. And even though she was my age such a long time ago, she seems to understand exactly how I feel about things. For example, family, school, friendships. I can tell her everything. She is always interested and always willing to listen to me. فهذا المقطع بيتناسب مع فكرتين من writing a description اللي هي relationship واللي هي personal memories. Number 4. I hope one day when I am a grandmother I will be like her. هالمقطع بيتناسب مع فقرة conclusion من كتاب description. آخر شي في عنا help box صغير بيعطينا هالhelp box مفردات مفيدة، ففينا لحتى نعطي أمثلة نقول for instance, for example. أما لإظهار التضاد contrasting ففينا نقول even though, although و but. فينا لحتى نضيف معلومات adding information نستخدم and أو also. Now, write a description of someone who is special to you. وهيك بكون خلص الدرس رقم 12 من كتاب الأكتيفيتي بوك. هلأ مثل ما بتعرفوا في عنا بآخر كل وحدة progress test يلي هو فحص شامل للوحدة رقم 6. فبيبلش البروجرس تيست صفحة 72 بنص بيقول Yang Li is 15 years old. She is a student at a large secondary school in Beijing, China. Like many of the students, Yang Li lives in a suburb quite a long way from the school and travels there by bicycle. Schools start at 7 a.m. and finishes at 5 p.m. Because the students are at school for about 10 hours, they start each day with an exercise session. This is a very important part of their daily routine. Lunch is at noon in the canteen. It usually consists of rice, meat, or fish and noodles. The students then have 30 minutes of sport. Table tennis, football, basketball are the most popular, followed by 30 minutes of a free time. Many students enjoy going to the library during their free time to read. Chinese students take their studies very seriously. There's a lot of competition for places in colleges and universities because there are so many students who want to study further. Yang Li's favorite subjects are math, the sciences, art, English and Chinese. Most students start learning English at primary school. They want to do well in English because of its international value. At the weekends, in between doing homework and surfing the internet, Yang Li enjoys going shopping with her friends. She and her family often have picnics in the summer. Sport is a big part of most Chinese teenagers' lives, too. Yang Li dreams of becoming an artist. When she was 6 years old, she began studying Chinese painting and calligraphy. She hopes to do fine art at university in Beijing one day, but first she must pass the very difficult university entrance exam. It takes place every year in June, and it lasts 3 days. Exercise number 1. Read the article and decide if the sentences are true or false. Number 1. Yang Li lives near the school. The answer is false. Number 2. The average school day is longer in China than in Syria. The answer is true. Number 3. Students usually bring a packed lunch to school. The answer is false. Number 4. Going to university after school is a popular choice for many students in China. The answer is true. Number 5. The ability to speak English is considered to be very important in China. The answer is true. Number 6. Yang Li and her friends don't have much time at the weekends to do the things they enjoy. The answer is false. Number 7. Yang Li has always been interested in art. The answer is true. Number 8. Before she can go to university, she has to pass a long and difficult exam. The answer is true. Exercise number 2. Read the article again and find words which mean: Number 1. A residential area outside of the city center. The answer is suburb. Number 2. Midday. The answer is noon. Number 3. Communal dining room. The answer is canteen. Number 4. Importance. The answer is value. Number 5. The art of beautiful writing. The answer is calligraphy. هلأ بننتقل للصفحة 73. Exercise number 1. Write what these people said. Number 1. I am studying medicine at university. Fatima said blank. The answer is Fatima said that she was going to study medicine at university. Number 2. I'm helping my sister with her project. Zainab said blank. The answer is Zainab said she was helping her sister with her project. Number 3. Sometimes my father takes us to his office. Sultan said blank. The answer is Sultan said that his father had taken him to his office. Number 4. My friend Ghada is going to Russia on a study tour next week. Maryam said blank. The answer is Maryam said that her friend Ghada had been or had gone to Russia on a study tour. Number 5. I'm meeting my friends in the shopping center this afternoon. Omar told Hisham blank. The answer is Omar told Hisham that he had seen him in the shopping center. Exercise number 2. Read the following dialogue and put the verbs between brackets in the correct form. Faisal, I have just seen Karim. He is planning a trip to Australia. Ali, what did he say about the flight? Faisal, he said that it blank number 1, the verb take, about 15 hours. But he said that it blank number 2, the verb be, a direct flight. The answers are it was taking and it was going to be. Ali, where is he going? Faisal, he is going to Sydney to start with. He said that he blank number 3, the verb stay, in a luxury hotel. The answer is was staying. Which blank, the verb have, a spectacular view of the opera house and the bridge. The answer is has. Ali, really, how wonderful. Faisal, yes. He said that blank number 5, the verb travel, by train to arrive there, but he thought it was worth the long journey. The answer is was traveling. Ali, it sounds like a fantastic trip. Did he say who, blank number 6, the verb plan, to go with? The answer is was planning. Faisal, yes, me. Exercise number 3. Correct the following statements about the conversation in exercise number 2. Number 1. Karim told Faisal that the journey took about 20 hours. The answer is Karim told Faisal that the journey took about 15 hours. Number 2. Karim told Faisal that he was staying in a self-catering flat. The answer is Karim told Faisal that he was staying in a luxury hotel. Number 3. Karim told Faisal that he was flying to arrive at the Great Barrier Reef. The answer is Karim told Faisal that he was going to arrive at the Opera House and the bridge. Number 4. Karim told Faisal that he was going diving in Australia. The answer is Karim told Faisal that he was going to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Number 5. Karim told Faisal that he was planning to go to Australia with his cousin. The answer is Karim told Faisal that he was planning to go to Australia with Faisal. ننتقل للصفحة 74 exercise number 4. How would these situations be different if the opposite happened? Write sentences. I don't have a radio, so I don't listen to the news in the morning. If I had a radio, I would listen to the news in the morning. Number 1. Helene never waters her plants. They always die after a few weeks. The answer is, if Helene hadn't forgotten to water the plants, they wouldn't have died. Number 2. Victoria isn't very tall. She doesn't play basketball. The answer is, if Victoria was very tall, she would play basketball. Number 3. I'm very busy today. I don't have time to help you. The answer is, if I weren't very busy today, I would have time to help you. Number 4. My father works very hard. He is always tired in the evening. The answer is, if my father didn't work very hard, he wouldn't be always tired in the morning. Number 5. My brother gets up late. He never has enough time for breakfast. The answer is, if my brother didn't get up late, he would have enough time for breakfast. Exercise number 5. What would you do in the following situations? Write sentences with the words in brackets. Ziyad is getting ready for football practice when he notices dark clouds in the sky. He thinks the weather will clear up soon, so he decides to walk to his practice without a coat or umbrella. The words in brackets are take a coat or an umbrella just in case. The answer is, if it were me, I would take a coat or an umbrella just in case. The words in brackets are ask parents to drive. If it were me, I would ask my parents to drive. It is Sarah's brother's birthday tomorrow. She has not had time to look for a birthday present for him. She knows that he likes playing board games, but she doesn't know which game to buy for him. The words in brackets are not buy a board game as a present. If it were me, blank. The answer is, if it were me, I would not buy a board game as a present. The words in brackets are go to a board game shop and ask for advice. If it were me, blank. The answer is, if it were me, I would go to a board game shop and ask for advice. Thomas is finding his math homework difficult. He cannot remember what his teacher said in class. His brother and sister cannot help him because they are too young. He must hand in his homework the next morning. The words in brackets are phone friends and ask for help. If it were me, blank. The answer is, if it were me, I would phone my friends and ask for help. Words in brackets are talk to the teacher and explain the problem. If it were me, blank. The answer is, if it were me, I would talk to the teacher and explain the problem. Exercise number 6. Write these people's wishes about things that happened. Number 1. I spend all my money on new clothes. The answer is, I wish I hadn't spent all my money on new clothes. Number 2. I often forget my lunch. The answer is, I wish I hadn't forgotten my lunch. Number 3. He sometimes says unkind things to me. The answer is, I wish he hadn't said unkind things to me. Number 4. I don't read books. The answer is, I wish I had read more books. صفحة 75. Describe 5 qualities you think are important in a good friend. Write your reasons for your choices. Provide an example of each quality. وهيك بكون خلص البروجرس تيست للوحدة السادسة. بالتوفيق وشكرا لحسن الاستماع.